Hello, SpeedGaming 2, and welcome to another match in the No Logic tournament for 2022, our first No Logic tournament. This is our first match in round 2 between Krithel and JDSilvergun, or JDSilvergun. I guess I'll be referring to them as Krithel and JDS for short. Throughout this, I am Krellbell. I'll be your solo commentator this evening. Well, evening for me. I think morning, afternoon for a bunch of runners and viewers. And we should be just about ready to get started. Again, this is a... and I'm joined by Tam doing tracking for us, the most difficult job here. And just responding to something real quick. Okay, and we're off. It looks like both of our runners are starting with the Link's House opener and doing the Lake Hylia check. And Lake Hylia is very easily accessible, so that I didn't see what it was. Looks like Krithel checked it and JDS didn't. And it's 300 rupees per Krithel. Looks like JDS is having a little bit trouble dash buffering in to perform this glitch. Looks like he got it. Does he get the second part? Yes, he does. We've certainly seen plenty of... yeah, hopefully we can get our sound synced up in just a moment. But Krithel is doing a Swimmy G to access Ice Rod Cave, very popular opener, while JDS chooses to leave Ice Rod Cave for a little bit later. And looks like Krithel this evening is using the Final Fantasy IX MSU pack, while JDS, if we end up switching to their MSU pack, they are using, let me see, the Fire Emblem Three Houses MSU. So we might be hearing some of that later. Oh, sounds like we might not. Krithel is heading up and giving us our fall checks. A sword, that's a nice prize for that. Doesn't have enough money for a Zora check, although Zora is a much less popular check in this mode. Ooh, and a glove for Chit, and a hookshot. Oh, they do exist. Imagine. Hopefully getting hit there didn't knock him. Ooh, it got hit just a little bit. I think if he'd been able to clip in a little bit deeper before getting hit, that could have been recovered. He will certainly be returning soon for that hookshot. All right, and JDS taking that glove from Sahasrala immediately into the back of escape. Let's see if I can work on getting the audio fixed. Just a moment. All right. So I didn't quite catch what was in the back of escape. JDS is heading over to like probably a Kakariko check. Oh, Krithel is was attempting, I think, an up teleport there. Yeah, sorry about the audio issues. Hopefully, at least my commentary is is synced up with what you're seeing well enough, anyway. All right, new checks from JDS. Looks like back of escape didn't have very much. And for those of you who are seeing a no logic race for the first time, the basic idea is that there is no logic, any item can be anywhere. The only modifications we've made are that there are 2 fire rods and 2 ice rods in the item pool. JDS just found one of them on the mushroom spot. So that modification is just made to make unwinnable seeds much less likely, since that wouldn't be fun for anyone, because we do still need a fire rod and ice rod to defeat Tridex. That's one of the very few things that we haven't figured out a way to glitch past, at least in this format. But with 2 of them in the pool, the chances of both of your rods being locked are almost impossible. JDS giving us a lumberjack check. I don't think we've seen I don't think we've seen any runner pick up a lumberjack item in this tournament so far, but it can be good information. Like if your cane is there, then you'll know you don't need to hunt for it elsewhere, and you can consider picking it up. All right, looks like we're trying to restart things, so not sure if we'll if you might be losing my voice at some point, but I'll keep talking anyway. So what JDS just did was call. All right, we'll try to get this. All right, looks like our restream is back. Hopefully y'all can hear me now. As I was saying, what JDS did was called Lumberjack DMA. It pairs nicely with a Lumberjack check. You can kind of just link those up. I think Mr. Byers is another one who's a fan of that little link up. It's a fairly small glitch racing community, so we kind of get used to certain techniques that certain runners are fond of, and that's one of the things that I think is really fun about glitch racing, is just getting to know each runner's like quirks, which techniques they like and which ones they don't. And what JDS just did was a bomb clip. It's the same exact bomb clip that we'll almost certainly see one or both of our runners use to get into pod shortly. Pod's very accessible, but it's used in a different place, and here it's used to access that item without needing to hover or go around. It's a little bit faster. It does use a bomb and some health, so now this is interesting. I'm not sure what. Oh, right, because JDS did Lumberjack DMA, he didn't check the old man, so that's what he's going to pick up now. I didn't see which DMA Krithel used, so I'm not sure if he's already got this item or not. If he didn't, he'll probably pick it up shortly. But Krithel just did a clip down to the Graveyard Ledge, and we'll probably be linking this up with Houlihan. This method of getting onto the screen breaks your camera in just the right way to where this is a pretty free Houlihan setup, as long as you don't do anything to fix your camera. And money is very valuable in this format. And given that Krithel knows the hookshot location at the Zora ledge, we'll probably see him head over there shortly. It'll be interesting to see whether Krithel takes this. He does have enough money for a Zora check, but considering he has a bottle, that money may be reserved for YBA money later on. Again, if it's your first time watching a no logic race, YBA is a glitch where you use a potion on the same frame as going through a transition to do all sorts of things, and it's kind of one of the most basic techniques in no logic racing. It's very, very important and very common. I would be surprised if we ever see a race in this tournament that doesn't have at least one YBA in it. Short for Yuzuhara's Bottle Adventure. Krithel giving us, I believe, our first mini Moldrum cave check, with JDS close behind. That looked like a not on purpose, just wanting to beat up some extra mini Moldrums. And now Krithel will have the option here of doing a bomb juke to King's Tomb. Pretty popular technique in this situation. Makes King's Tomb a lot more accessible than it is normally. Yep, that's what he's setting up for now. I don't know if he got it. I think he wasn't quite on the right pixel when that bomb went off, and with only one heart left, didn't have the option of trying again. Oh, so JDS just I believe there was a bottle at the Sunken Treasure that, according to Tam on tracking, JDS can dupe the bottle. Surprised he only has one bottle. I guess he didn't check Hera Basement when he was in Hera? But Krithel's heading over to pick up that hookshot, and choosing not to get the not to check the Zora item. That money again will be much better used for potion money instead. Oop. Looks like we might be having another commentator joining us in a moment. Let's see. All right, so the what JDS is setting up now is a green YBA on this tile to to duplicate the Sunken Treasure item, and there it shows up again, and he has turned one bottle into two. And we're joined by a second commentator, Breadcoon. Welcome, Bread.
Hi, hello. You were lonely in the booth.
Yeah, always appreciate the company, and it's much easier. It's hard to focus on to catch everything in a single stream, let alone two streams at once. And is JDS multiplying the bottle again? He's turned one bottle into two or three, and now getting four. This is quite the bounty. I'm gonna have to remember this. You could just, there's a bottle at Sunken Treasure with a little bit of extra effort. Boom! There's all four of your bottles right away. Huh. Well, that is certainly handy, and with four bottles, that opens up. Well, four bottles, and presumably about to get the sword. He'll yeah, have a lot of options. Open to him.
Yeah, I mean, I guess honestly the YB doesn't take that long. I was a little surprised he's going for number 4, because I think 3 is usually probably the most you really need. But I mean, hey, 4th is always good.
Yeah, I especially like having the 4th because at least if you have the money for it, it kind of gives you some extra breathing room for maybe grab an extra bottle for in case you have a failed YBA. Maybe you bring 2 blue potions down to Cold Stare instead of just 1 to give yourself an extra shot at that one. Alright, so JDS presumably about to head over to Ice Rod Cave, and presumably then Waterfall to pick up his sword. Meanwhile, Krithel just got his second sword. Oh, I know people are... we've got a bunch of bottles, we got a fire source, we've got a master sword, so people will be talking about go mode immediately, right?
Depending on layout. I mean, if TR is a pendant, then honestly that hook alone helps a lot with the 4 bottles to bypass some trickier parts.
So certainly that will be on our runners' minds as well. So it'll be interesting to see what they choose to do. Looks like Krithel's heading into the Dark World. Do you think this is a Bunny Citrus DMD or? Oh no, Fake Flute, of course.
He's got the blue potion ready to go.
Yep.
Plus we have a lot of money to spend right now, and where he takes this, I'm not 100% sure yet. Because I think if you're going to the Thieves area, you may as well just YBA from Uncle, I would think. So. So this is probably not Thieves Town area. This is.
Yeah, maybe like opening up.
It's probably just overall just Dark World. Open up everything.
Dark World overworld checks. The question here is, does he? Okay, so Krithel doesn't go into Thieves Town where he could have done a Dungeon Bunny revival and then checked those first 4 chests and the 3 chests in Village of Outcasts, and then carried that up to another revival in Skull Woods to check the stuff there. Instead of that, Krithel is going to the Dark World overworld checks, presumably maybe get a Meyer medallion check. It's always useful information.
JDS got a hit. The same thing that.
Oh no! Yeah, and I think JDS is a little too high up. Yeah.
Yeah, he can't. Oh, okay. He can recover it, but he can't clip his way on there.
Yeah, and I don't
think he can create enough sprites to instill Splash Elite.
Yeah, so maybe this will be a a Zora check and then potentially hard resetting, and then redoing.
Yeah, because I think this is the only thing he's really done on this save quit.
He considered it. Unfortunately, I also missed the Meyer medallion. Maybe it's on Krithel's tracker. Can load that up in the background. But, so JDS did choose to save and quit.
It's a bump for my entry.
Ah, okay.
Krithel has a bug net too, so we're set to push. Alright, Tam, you're confusing me. We'll explain.
Bug net? What in the world would Krithel be doing with a bug net? I wonder. Oh, that's right. The Fairy of Vive Search Index. My goodness. All right, and we are joined by a raid from SpeedGaming. Welcome, everyone. This is the first No Logic race between our two runners this evening, Krithel and JDSilvergun. And we are about 20 minutes in and already have enough items to, I don't know, maybe technically complete the game, but certainly not completed very comfortably. Looks like that may have been some muscle memory. JDS dashed past the point he needed to go to. This is where he needs to be to get that hook shot. Hopefully he remembers. Oh no, he's going to need to do it again now.
That is very unfortunate. At that point, honestly, I'll spend the time to kill a couple Zora just to make sure I get this.
Yeah. Well, it's such a good item in this format that we'll probably see him just attempt it again right away.
Yeah, it's definitely powerful enough. You want that hook shot.
Yeah, JDS doesn't know that Krithel failed that once himself, but certainly failing it twice can't feel good. But I think part of getting used to racing this format, certainly the part that I've taken some time getting used to, is just learning to recover from failures and just brush it off and think, oh, you know what? I have no idea what's happening to my opponent, so just keep going. Keep going until you see that dot done.
In the format like this, things can absolutely go wrong a lot faster than other formats.
Yep. Yeah, and the penalties for failures can be pretty steep. This one is honestly one of the less punishing failures in the grand scheme of things that can go wrong when racing No Logic. So it looks like JDS is making some room. Still a little high. No, this should be low enough.
Yeah, honestly, you have...
Okay, I think he got in far enough.
Yeah, I think once you're deep enough, you're safe to just kind of keep clipping.
Well, unfortunately, he keeps getting pushed up. And I think he may have slid a little bit too far up the slope for it to work now. Yeah, he's not even on the slope at all anymore. I don't think this will work.
Yeah, he's too far up at this point.
Yeah, we saw at the very beginning of the race, JDS was struggling a little bit with the boots clip spam for the hobo check. So,
what? Backing up? He's fleeing up.
What? Oh my goodness! What is going on?
Considering how much he's going at this, he clearly knows something to back this up. He knows something that I don't.
Yeah, he's landing on a teleport pixel and getting an up teleport. It's not enough distance. I don't know why the repeated teleports. Oh, sorry. they them, please correct me if I make the mistake again. But they were doing teleports over and over, but I really don't know why the teleports were messing with the graphics like that. That was pretty strange. It looks like they decided to give up on that for now. You know, maybe they'll find some Ancilla Splash Elite gear shortly. I think the hookshot by itself doesn't do a ton. You know, the good density is still fake flute and kind of follow the path that Krithel's been on, with which Krithel hasn't really used that hookshot for much yet. Oh, and yeah, while we were focused on that, Krithel found the flippers, so JDS presumably will get that soon, and then have easy access to the hookshot. But that is a crystal on the board for Krithel.
If I remember, flippers are in East Mountain somewhere. So he should be able to get those flippers and go back for that hook shot painlessly. Which also means that, hey, you could just do swamp normally this seed, which means it's probably going to be a pendant. But...
Oh my gosh, being able to do swamp normally is a luxury. Oh, this is interesting. Krithel did the back of skull first, and presumably that was because he did not have a small key, so it's more convenient to do it this way, and then save and quit out of the pinball room.
Yeah, he wants to make sure you can just beat the dungeon, and then you have to fall in the back. And I mean, there's no guarantee you'll get another small key, so you may as well do it this way. Slightly slower, but you do get all the checks, so that's the most important part, honestly. I mean, since this is Dungeon Bunny to revive, you may as well get everything you can out of Skull.
Yeah, 'cause there's not really an easy way to link that up to anything after it.
Yep, and there's those flippers.
Yeah.
Some Paradox, the JDS can go back and get that hook shot whenever he feels like. Now, Krithel, what is the plan? This is definitely this is DMD.
Yeah, it doesn't have a blue potion equipped, so this will be a citrus clip, which is just a series of select buffers and a few, I think, like, what is it, 4 or 5? 4 or 5 different, precise frames on which you have to stop your movement to get on a certain pixel within the wall to either teleport or do various other clips. And that gave Krithel a DMD, which he can just walk right into Thieves Town, which he opened earlier, and then from here he can Dungeon Bunny Revive, clear out the front 4 of Thieves. Doesn't have access to the back. Probably pick those up with a potion later. This gives him the front 4, and then puts the world in fake Dark World state. Fake Dark World state. So he can easily check the 3 Village of Outcast checks.
Yeah, it's still at the moment, like, you're still in just looking for items mode. I mean, yes, JDS does have 4 models. However, there is still quite a few items that you can look for to make things significantly faster than painfully going through everything with 4 models.
Yep, everyone has to decide when exactly to stop doing.
Oh, hey, look, the big key to Thieves Town. That's actually very convenient in Thieves.
Wait, that was in there? Oh my goodness.
So now you can just take this to the back and beat Thieves down.
Well, that's
Now
a fortunate find. Although it looks like he's choosing not to, presumably because it's pendant thieves, and also doing that would isolate the thieves' big chest very badly. So, for those two reasons, I think it makes sense to stick with the original plan and come back later, or never. Oh yeah, I mean, with all the items Krithel has, he will probably be you know, it might be surprising to see him end up back there at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Krithel clear swamp somewhat soon. And all he has to do is clip in to open the water lever, but...
Yeah, mirrorless, hammerless swamp takes a while, but...
It is a dungeon clear, and there is a decent amount of items. If you skip the left side, it's pretty fast.
Yeah, I think it might depend on... I think, if I was in his situation, getting the bow would unlock stuck pushing, which kind of opens up a lot of stuff. Yeah, if Krithel got the bow, he could full clear the GT basement, and that's a ton of density.
Did anyone do CAC yet?
Oh, I'm pretty sure JDS did. I'm not sure.
Well, apparently not, because there's an ice rod.
Oh, neither runner did Kakariko yet. Great.
I mean, Tam, CAC is fairly dense. Like, if you don't have Moon Pearl yet, and you've already done like the mountain and stuff, it's a pretty dense location that doesn't take anything. Plus, you have the bottle.
Now this is interesting. JDS is doing a beetle clip to check the Dark Cross item. Just without an extra key, won't be able to continue on to the back of his escape. Although with the glove, he wouldn't want to anyway.
There's the bow and CAC well. Krithel now has a stuck pushing kit.
Oh wow! So at 31 minutes, Krithel is the first of our two runners with with all the items that he would need to do stuck pushing, which, assuming he knows it and considers it worthwhile, will allow him to break through all sorts of walls. Like I mentioned earlier, it could get him access to all of the GT basement if he just... he doesn't have any keys right now, but he could get there in cave state to get around that problem.
Yeah, so right now with Krithel's kit, you could... see, Medallionless Mire would take a while to do, but definitely doable with 2 potions. Ice Palace is easily doable. Skullwoods is done. Swamp Palace you can just do pretty much, you know, RMG vanilla kind of deal. Pod you can just do. Desert Palace you can just do.
I guess Krithel would. I guess Krithel could do Medallionless Mire with only 1 potion, right? Oh no. Oh yeah, only 1. Because just 1 for the YBA from Pod to Hera, and then hook push the rest, right?
Yeah, you can stuck push. After you get the Deucer door deleted, you can stuck push through the door back and forth.
Not even. You don't even need to delete it. Just hook push past it.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, you don't even need to delete it. You just stuck push back and forth.
Yeah,
you're good.
Oh, the chat pointing out that you know, the stuck pushes that we've been mentioning so far don't require the boomerang, but the ones for Turtle Rock and Eastern Palace, the ones to make those trivial anyway, would both require a boomerang.
Yeah, but we have 2 bottles, so we can do those anyway.
Eastern.
Eastern, you can just YBA from Thieves. We have the big key to Thieves Town. We can just walk into the back and just YBA straight into Eastern.
Oh yeah. So
and just open the door that way if we want to.
I don't think. Well, let's see. One YBA to get into Thieves, one YBA to get from Thieves to Eastern, open up the big key door. That's done.
And then double YBA TR Tam. I think it would be possible if Krithel dropped down and got the did the bunny teleport to get the item on the bumper ledge to then get Link State off of just a Citrus DMD.
Oof.
And took his 2 potions up for 1 shot at TR.
Yeah, that's that is a lot of commitment.
Or overworld conveyor. You can overworld conveyor into bunny state and just get in TR that way too. That is honestly probably an easier method at this point.
My goodness. So considering that's probably the most difficult thing on the current path to go mode in front of Krithel, it wouldn't be surprising to see him put that off to much later and then do a bunch of these kind of on the way checks before then. Krithel setting up a quadrant glitch here to access the 2 chests on the right side of Desert without needing a key. Just some single frame inputs, and easy as that. Making sure not to die a little bit early.
Yes, making sure not to get shot in the back in the process. Understandable.
And then now the Trackers Challenge. Looks like unfortunately Krithel didn't get the fixed camera. I think he got
something.
I think he got the chest.
Yeah, he did.
Looks like he's not counting items on his personal tracker, so.
Yeah, that's true. We have the TR big key. We could just do a Trinex hover.
Oh boy. Easy as that.
Yeah. Just Trinex hover. Forehead. You got the big key, you got the rods. You don't even need to do anything. You just successfully hit the dash button 1 frame on and 1 frame off. For a very long time.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see, just how much does Krithel continue checking before committing to that Trinex hover.
That is hilarious. That is actually legitimately in the cards right now. Like, it's actually not even a bad strategy if he's confident in it.
Yeah. All right, and JDS doing the same quadrant glitch that we saw earlier from Krithel, just slightly different setup. Again with the single frame input. What is that? 2 single frames up?
Yeah, there's a couple different ways you can get to the same point you need to.
Chat is talking about about moving the about taking the NMG way into
yeah, come on, we've got all these bottles. We're not just gonna spin YBA into land mode. Come on, you have a stuck push kit. You're not just gonna stuck push in land mode just out of spite. I mean, come on, use that kit.
It does only have 2 bombs left.
Yeah, bomb schmoms. It'll be fine.
Oh my gosh, I forget. What was it? I think it was one of Foxless races that where he was like he ran out of bombs maybe 7 different times in that race.
oh yeah, I was watching that. That was. I am sitting there begging him, please buy a bomb refill ferry.
There. Oh, Foxless is in chat, getting called out. All right, JDS is heading back in here. Let's see. I don't remember where this YBA takes you.
This should go to the Thieves Town attic hallway, I think. There, am I wrong? I don't 100% remember.
So I imagine what we're seeing from Krithel in this situation is.
Oh, no, okay, just the top of Thieves Town in general, not the hallway.
So Krithel's flooding the dam and then chose not to save and quit. Not sure what I think that was just a change of plans there. Maybe decided he wants another, wants some more potions for what he's about to do.
Yeah, he probably wants a couple bottles. Oh,
the
mirror in the attic.
Ugh.
Well, now you've got a 5th bottle, JD. We're not going to see a blockbuster, sadly. Not
right.
The hot new tech.
That is 2 red potions. With 2 red potions.
If he's doing the dam to go into swamp.
I mean, one of them has to be cave state pod to Hera. Then you don't really need that second one immediately. Maybe that second one is just stocking up for later.
Probably, honestly.
It's actually a nice
one for the. I'm not sure what I'm going to use this for yet, but I'm going to use it for something.
Yeah. It's. I think it's pretty good thinking on your feet to make that decision and think, okay, I only have a plan immediately for 1 bottle, so I'm going to get the correct color for that, and then while I'm here, I'll just get the color that I can use for everything, and actually decide what to use it for later on.
But JDS isn't even going to bomb snap. He's going to select buffer into
Whoa.
And just activate it that way.
Don't see this method very often.
I mean, I can see doing this if you're out of bombs, and you can just kind of keep retrying this over and over.
Yeah, and this method, as our tracker Tam points out in chat, is it's very hard, arguably impossible, to
oh yeah, because you can't
use the potion.
You can't use items on any of the other frames. I think it's only literally that last frame that you can actually drink the potion.
But that makes it a lot harder to actually pull off the glitch without going through the door. So he gave that a few attempts and then decided, nope, I'm just going to bomb snap and do it the usual way. And
it's not too surprising. Bomb snap is just kind of the normal way nowadays, I think.
Yep, and by doing that, JDS preserves the extra Desert Palace small key, although we don't know what their plans for that small key might be yet.
If you really wanted to, you could take that into. You could take it into Swamp if you wanted, though. I'm not sure why you'd want to, but I mean, you could. Otherwise, it'd be taking it into TR, which, granted, I'm not sure why you would either. Actually, no. I didn't think about it. It's for convenience for Meyer. Because if you open that door in the back, if you don't know how to hover, opening up they have the hook door from. Yeah, that's true. He can just hook across. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess just to have it.
they could hookshot across after doing a YBA from Desert to Mire. Oh,
Yeah, third
there's
sword
a third
pod.
sword. Nice. So Krithel's not concerned with firepower anymore at this point. With red mail and red sword, plenty powerful.
Yeah, we're all good.
Yeah, and JDS, they'll probably do the pod checks at some point. It's
Hey,
just
look, there's a pod key in pod.
And your reward for the pod key is negative 155 or just something like that keys.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm really
as long as we've opened up a door, we're fine. We just have, instead of infinite, way more keys than you know what to do with, we now have way more keys than we know what to do with instead.
Yeah. Why does that getting a key for this dungeon change you from 254 or however many you have left down to 99? It seems so arbitrary.
I don't know.
It seems like it must have been deliberate, but why? Like, why would someone have gone out of their way to code that? It seems like probably a very weird side effect. I'll have to ask Ken later.
And it even could be some weird vanilla-ish behavior, which is how it handles the values.
Yeah. But Krithel, heading back into pod, does not have the mirror that JDS found in the Thieves' Town attic, so Krithel is doing the slightly slower method of statue drag that we've seen in probably most races in this tournament so far, just glitching the game out into preserving your statue dragging state in order to break your camera around this transition, to sneak into the Homosaur fight.
Alright, JD, you bought 2 greens, a red, and a blue.
I got the whole.
What is your plan of action here?
The whole variety pack. They can do.
I mean, realistically, JD's got four bottles and a mirror. You could do, if you're creative enough, you can do quite a bit with that.
Yeah.
I'm just curious to see where he plans on taking this. What his current game plan is. He has a lot he could do, for sure.
Yep, and just a friendly reminder, they, them. But Krithel is heading up into the Helmosaur fight, is 3 hearts. So has to be a little bit careful. Missed one of the bombs. I'm not sure if he has enough left.
I think he has exactly enough left.
All right, just don't miss the last one. JDS, meanwhile, is doing a river clip into Aga Tower. This with the Master Sword, they could head up there normally, but this is a lot faster. Although a little bit frustrating, apparently. Yeah, the sprite that JDS is using, the Celeste from FF6 sprite, isn't the most glitch-friendly sprite out there. The sprite is a little bit too tall, so it covers up a bunch of the shadow. But of course, you can learn to use any sprite with enough practice. And here we go. JDS is in Castle Tower.
Grab the 2 checks, and I don't believe you can go anywhere from AT, can you?
Trying to think. No, especially now having spent that small key, I don't think there's I don't know, maybe there's a East YBA in this room that I don't know of.
So, oh yeah, Krithel doesn't even need to flood the dam. I forgot. Krithel has a stuck push kit. Krithel can just suck push right past that gap, and not even have to worry about it.
Oh, I wonder if we'll see him do that.
Oh, definitely. I think this is just going to be a swamp clear because I think Krithel is honestly thinking go mode at this point.
Well, skipping that compass chest certainly suggests that that's right.
Oh,
hey Silvers. Nice to have. The dam is still flooded. Okay. I could have. I thought there was an overworld transition since the last time he flooded the dam, but I guess he either went back and flooded it again since then, or I was mistaken. Okay, and checking the what is this? The map chest? Yeah, map chest. So continuing to do these kind of on the way checks.
So Krithel did the dam, save quit, and then did all pod. So I guess walking out the front door of pod doesn't count as a transition? Apparently?
No, walking into and out of dungeons is fine. It's just overworld transitions that breaks it. But I thought we saw him exit the dam and then go up and buy more potions, which certainly would break it.
And then, well, he went back to the dam after.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense then. All right, the Misery Mire big key. So Krithel was setting up a stuck push there, but looks like it didn't go quite correctly. Or maybe it did. Oh, he's stuck pushing to flood the room. Oh, and then he could well, he doesn't have mirror.
He doesn't need to flood the room.
Well, he's choosing to.
Because you can stuck push against the statue in the room before.
Yeah, in the room before. If he doesn't know that one, then maybe this is the best option he knows of. So on JDS's side, I guess JDS has a fairly similar equipment loadout that Krithel does, but JDS is taking a very different path. I think committing a lot more to these non-dungeon checks, or non-crystal dungeon checks. So maybe that signals... Oh no, JDS hasn't found the lamp yet. Wait, where was the lamp?
Good question.
Yeah, because that's
I'll take a very quick glance at the VOD. I can usually VOD dive very quickly.
That is an extremely important item that JDS is missing, and Tam,
Skullwoods.
on top of our tracking, it reminds us it is in Skullwoods. Fortunately, that's fairly easy for JDS to get to. With the, they could do it just with the citrus that they're setting up now.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised that's where JDS is going.
Yeah, I think there isn't really much you can do, because I don't think JDS opened up the thieves' front door. Without that, it's either the one-frame clip for bumper ledge, or which is terrible. Well, maybe this is just scouting the bumper ledge item.
Well, you can also clip into the wall while in link state and mirror bonk back.
Oh yeah, with the mirror, that's not so bad.
And then so you can the mirror makes a teleport free if you want the link state immediately.
Oh, and Krithel at some point picked up the the swamp map, so confirmed that it is Pendant Swamp.
Krithel grabs, gets the swamp map. I thought Krithel was just leaving the dungeon.
Oh.
No. It was
right.
because Krithel was in Hera State.
Yep, Hera State. Right. Okay, so it is Crystal Swamp. Chat is asking if Krithel is in the lead. I think it's fair to say that that Krithel has a lead if JDS continues kind of following in Krithel's footsteps, which seems reasonable, assuming they have a similar comfort level with stuck pushing.
Yes, JDS will find the lamp, which will be... I'm not sure how JDS is on stuck pushes. Honestly.
Yeah, I guess there's still the problem of TR.
Yeah. I would assume with JDS duping the potion bottle for 4 bottles.
Oh yeah, with 4
JDS
bottles.
is probably
JDS
fairly comfortable on the YBAs. If I was to take a guess.
I wonder if Krithel knows, and if Krithel knows how to dupe that sunken treasure bottle. We might see him dupe the bottle for an easier path to Trinex instead of attempting the Trinex hover.
Krithel's already picked up the bottle.
Oh, can you only do that if you haven't picked up the bottle yet?
So when you... Because it sets a flag when you pick up the item that says, oh, this item shouldn't come spawn here anymore. Doing the YBA lets you pick up that item without setting that flag, because I'm pretty sure it thinks you're on a different tile.
That's right. But Krithel signaling that he's in, I guess, pseudo-go mode by not checking the items on left side swamp. Presumably won't be going back in for them.
Yeah, I mean they're a little slow. I think Krithel knows that he can beat the game with his current loadout. This is, slight bit of a pain, but he can. It would be nice to either pull a Samaria or pull a Boomerang to make the situation easier, but, not the end of the world. I feel like left side swamp and no logic is a little bit more of, more of a desperation play.
Yes, things have to be getting pretty bad before you'll see runners in places like left side swamp or Hera basement or Spike Cave, or let me list off all the other locations that I checked in my race earlier today. Can in this mode the Ganon Tower Big Key be in the Ganon Big Chest? Yes, it can. There
no
are
logic means
no limitations whatsoever. The like to think of it as 90% of the randomizer website's code is just completely bypassed. All of the very complex beatability logic and deciding which items can go where is just all short-circuited with a, it can go there. Don't worry about it.
Yep.
It is the
and
easiest...
every single 216, there's 216 checks in the game, and every item has a 1 in 216 chance of being in said check.
Yep, it is the hardest format to run and the easiest format to generate. This is some pretty epic boss music on JDS's side. And JDS is at a slightly scary health situation to go along with this slightly scary boss music, but
this is an overworld conveyor on Krithel's side.
Yeah, so this is I believe, a misslotted bomb to take us up from the ether tablet into the Lost Woods. See, don't you recognize the perfectly normal looking Lost Woods? Up to a very specific pixel, we will probably see him select buffer here to release the spin on exactly the right pixel to fall through the Thieves Hideout dropdown, which wrong warps us to... oh no, that's not a wrong warp. It takes us to the Thieves Hideout dropdown, but still in the conveyor state, which lets Krithel just go right above it in the EG map to Misery Mire in cave state.
And gets a boomerang. So that talks about that stuck pushing to Trinex and stuck pushing to Eastern Palace. That is
Yep, and
stubbornly in play.
There's the save and quit. So, oh no, JDS ended up in jail. It's very easy to muscle memory your way into there. Although I think there's a way to sneak out of the upper left corner there, though. It looks like JDS might not be familiar with that. But yes, with Krithel doing that save and quit almost immediately after getting the boomerang, that signals very strongly that Krithel's decision was that the boomerang was his go mode item, which is, you don't see that every day.
Now we're gonna see that the stuck pushing really come into action. Also, Krithel needs bombs.
Oh yeah, there's he sets up the stuck hookshot and sets up the boomerang going left. I haven't seen this stuck push before, but yeah, there it is. Okay, I'm gonna add that to my list of need to learns. Although that looked pretty simple, just similar to the Trinex or Eastern Big Chest or Eastern Big Chest room stuck pushes, but with a left boomerang instead of up left.
I've never seen that one ever. That's news. That's new to me.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if there are any other differences aside from just the boomerang location. So Krithel doing an up teleport from Eastern, and then fixing the camera before going through the transition. Okay, chat confirming that it is more complicated than it looked. So be excited to learn more about how exactly that was done, because it's certainly fast.
Definitely a lot faster than doing a stuck push through the big key door.
Yeah, walking halfway through the dungeon before doing it the Trinex method, or waiting until you find a cane to do it the non-stuck push method. Yep, and we've switched back from our Fire Emblem Three Houses MSC pack on JDS's side to the Final Fantasy IX MSC pack on Krithel's side.
This is off to Ice Palace we go.
Yep, and JDS showing us the faster version of the statue drag glitch that Krithel showed us earlier. The mirror allows us to skip a step. Although JDS is doing... I swear I've seen like 12 different methods of statue drag in this tournament. Hopefully this one works. Certainly appears confident. I don't know if they may have broken their camera. Nope, looks like it's fine.
It's all good.
Yeah. I love how we look at something like this and think, yeah, this is fine. This is all expected.
Also, keeping the camera broken like this is actually pretty nice for fighting Trinex. Just to avoid the fireball attack.
Oh, it despawns the fireballs. Interesting.
Well, you see they can't map wrap to where you are at the top.
Yeah, I doing that never occurred to me. That's as long as you have enough bombs and are confident enough in your aim to accomplish those bomb throws, Looks like a nice safe method.
Yeah, it makes Trinex fight a lot nicer.
I will not be stealing that because I am terrible at bomb throws. But they certainly made it work well for them.
Now off Krithel goes through a mostly normal ice palace until the very end. So honestly, ice palace doesn't really change much other than you do a bomb clip at the start. That's
Yep, and
about
and the YBA to get in there in the first place. But after that, it's pretty much NMG Caneless. Oh no! So he's showing us the second Ice Palace bomb jump. I think he got it both first and second try.
I just want to show it off one more time on restream.
Yep.
Well, Tam, if you want to take it away and give it an analysis on hook pushing to the class, you're free to take it away.
Yeah.
Give an explanation of the nitty gritty details on why this weird glitch works.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Foxlisk, who's in chat, has already made one hour-long video about hook pushing and stuck pushing, and I think there's been enough discovered since then to fill at least another 2 hours if you include everything to do with powder pushing and whatever Krithel just did. But with that blue spin YBA done very quickly and it made it look easy, Krithel is now into the cold stare fight without the need of a hammer. So is in a yes, is with is in a pretty comfortable loadout for this fight.
Yeah, you have red mail and you have tempered sword. At this point, everything's not going to be too bad to do.
Yep, and there's JDS picking up their tempered sword. It's interesting that they chose to open these chests in pod in pod state after the Helmosaur fight instead of in cave state before the Helmosaur fight. I wonder if JDS knows that they're close enough to go mode that maybe they were hoping for something like Kane on Helmosaur, and if it was there, they wouldn't have gone back for these extra chests.
Yeah, at this point, JDS could honestly just be looking for the boomerang as well. That is, the boomerang would also let JDS be in the same go mode situation that Krithel's in currently.
Yeah, because without that boomerang, it's still possible, but a lot more awkward.
Also, I don't believe JDS knows Myers a pendant yet. Also, taking that into consideration of being
oh yeah,
a bit of an issue.
Yep, just confirmed on their personal tracker that their unmarked prizes are Swamp, Ice Mire, and TR.
Yeah, Mire would probably be a bit of the trickier one to deal with. Not that it's would be particularly tricky, but still time consuming. And also the double YBA to Trinex just isn't that fun, especially when you don't have Moon Pearl.
Yeah, that's probably one of the most time-consuming series of YBAs and punishing upon failure. A little disappointed, but not surprised at all that we didn't see the stuck pushes for either side of GT for runners here. Krithel heading into here.
Yeah.
Oh, for a second I thought he was setting up another overworld conveyor. Like, why is he doing that? But
I mean, you could.
just spending the mat.
Technically, the fastest way to get into TR at this point is the overall conveyor, but it's you know finicky to say the least.
Krithel doing a fake flute, presumably to 3 to get his link state off of the tree near Lumberjacks. To do another Lumberjack TMA to break into TR, presumably. Now, what do you think we're about to see here from JDS? Do you think we'll see a YBA to Meyer?
I would think so. I think, yeah, this is Meyer. There's even be a mirror door if you want.
Oh, choosing to single frame it. Oh, Krithel showing us the not super common method of bomb clipping up to this ledge. Oh, that's right. Krithel never went to Thieves' Attic for the mirror.
Nope.
So this is
the mirrorless wrap.
Yeah, this is a slightly faster way to get up into the mirrorless wrap than teleporting and running around.
Okay, so JD.
Oh, JDS took the 1 in 3 chance of walking out of Meyer and being able to open it and walk back in. Unfortunately, does not have the Bombus Medallion, so that was unsuccessful. But they have a link state to make these checks, although that link state won't carry over after an overworld transition. You'll have to either go back to the light world or mirror back to the real dark world and return to bunny state.
Oh no.
What is Krithel doing?
Not sure.
Oh, Krithel's getting sword beams. I didn't think you needed sword beams for any variant of the stuck push that I'm aware of.
Oh, I'm pretty sure there's a variant that uses a sword beam.
Oh,
the variants I know are either like basically a normal stuck push with the boomerang stuff.
Yeah, so all of this. What? Okay.
Yeah. If you can still use your first set of bombs if you're fast enough.
My goodness.
And then instead of using the lamp, the double lamp, you can use boots dust to set up.
Yeah, that cut out like the last 3 steps of the method that I'm used to seeing. So yeah, Krithel really showing a lot of knowledge about hook pushing in this race. Is that his 7th crystal? Yeah.
Yep.
Krithel's all ready to go to Ganon.
Yep, and just beat TR, so you're ready to get there fairly quickly.
Now how do you think Krithel does Agate 2? Do you think it'll be probably a stuck push from Hookshot Cave, right?
That or you can just YBA from TR if you wanted to. To just do that method of lava dive. JDS doing a mirror rep that I'm not 100% aware of.
Oh, I missed it. Where?
JDS do a mirror rep to Get to eat. Oh, this is just to get the super bunny.
Oh yeah, that that mirror rep can't be logically required in overall glitches, but you can be logically required to use a mirror for a bunch of very, very slow clips in mirror clips in overall glitches to get to the same place as a bunny. So it's not too uncommon to see runners learn this mirror wrap and then forget it because it's almost never useful. But JDS making good use of it here. Oh, right into another fake flute. That's handy. Getting on the right pixel. It takes a little effort. Both of our runners are setting up fake flutes at the same time.
Meanwhile, Krithel is gonna fake flute and just reclimb Death Mountain yet again, and do whatever variation of getting to Aga 2, whatever flavor you feel like, because there are quite a few different flavors to end up in Aga 2 somehow, or top of GT somehow, in some way.
Yeah, I didn't see which potions he bought, so not sure which method he'll choose, but I think the stuck push from Hookshot Cave is a little bit faster.
Well, you still have to get past Moldorm and all that with that method. I think at this point the fastest would be to go, especially since you have TR big key, you can go into TR and then just do the YBA straight into Lava Dive.
Oh, right. I forgot the YBA method for Lava Dive. So maybe Krithel knows it, and that's what he's about to show us.
I would just think going into the middle of TR and just doing a... Yeah, this would easily be the fastest method, because you can just end up over here on the right side. You can take a peek in this chest if you wanted to.
It's almost like he heard you.
Like, you can take a peek at this chest if you want to, immediately stops for a moment and goes, wait a moment.
Oh, he's proving both of us wrong. Doing a setting up a stuck foot, heading into TR like you said, but setting up a stuck push like I said.
I mean, I guess I didn't realize you could do stuck push lava dive. I mean, it makes sense that you can do it. I just never really thought about it because I don't know.
I think so far every single stuck push Krithel has done has been completely new. What happened to the shot? What? It just disappeared.
Maybe it has something to do with like the fireball shooter on screen. No, it shouldn't affect it.
Well, looks like he decided to.
Sign just go. All right, we'll just go
there.
Just gonna do the YBA now.
Ah, yep. And because this is a super tile transition, there didn't get a text box, which I thought doing a blue YBA without getting a text box could get you into trouble, but looks like it worked out fine. Ooh, not sure if that was a double or triple. The second and third were very close to each other. That's either 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think it. Yeah, or really says I think it's just spin YBAs that get you into trouble with the blue.
Huh. I thought people were talking about running into needing to open up a text box for normal blue IBAs as well.
So I just love how there's just Aga's body just slumped way off screen. Just clip out over there.
No time for your cutscene. All right, JDS showing us the other method to get over to set up the mirrorless laser bridge that we saw from Krithel earlier. Although JDS has mirror, but I missed it. I don't know if JDS was trying to link that up with other checks, which may have been why they did this method. That seems likely. All right, Krithel on the Ganon fight with the excellent FF9 boss music that we can all enjoy, while JDS explores Laser Bridge. All right, and that is Ganon down for Krithel, which for a kingless seed, that's a very respectable finish time. So get your GGs in chat for Krithel, finishing with a race time of 1 hour, 20 minutes, and 1 second. Very impressive show by Krithel. Now we can cheer on JDS as they continue with however much they want to continue.
Yeah, this is the double YBA to Trinex.
Yep. First YBA is a red on a super tile transition, and then wrapping the screen around, being very careful to navigate around this invisible hole, wrapping again, now going up to this door, which I think they could have used a green potion on, because even though it's normally a super tile transition, the first YBA would have changed it to a sub-tile transition that the green potion would have worked on. But if you ever don't remember that, just reds work for anything. Oh, they're both super... Really? Huh. Oh, okay. And we are joined in the booth by our winner of today's race, Krithel. GG Krithel, and welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my gosh! So when are you publishing your graduate thesis on the next generation of stuck pushing?
Oh, so close, so close.
Man, that there were several moments there where we were thinking. Well, I think for the Trinex stuck push, I was with you for the first like 8 steps, but then you skipped past like the usual last steps that I'm used to seeing from, I think, other Tom's old video of the arrows into the wall and then bombs and then hookshot to fly across, and you kind of just skipped all that.
Yeah, just skip steps 9 through 15. It's fine.
Yeah,
It works. Yeah, it's just a timing. You have to be a little tighter on the timing because once the bombs blow up, that's it. You fall. So you have to make sure you're through the top door before the bombs go. But if you get it relatively smoothly set up, you've got a little bit of wiggle room there.
If you do fail the timing on attempting to do it fast, can you still do the last bits normally, or do you need to redo the whole setup?
It depends when you notice it. If you know you're slow before you activate the hook, you can just wait for everything to clear out and do it as normal.
Oh, okay.
And if you want to be more safe, you can actually you can activate it slightly more towards the middle, so that if the bombs blow up, you end up on the top platform. Only works if you've got the big key. But if you've got the big key, you can just walk through the door. At that point, it's probably going to be enough to get you at least onto the platform. I activated it early, so if it had gone wrong, I would have just been stuck in a wall. So I'd have had to be very sad.
So yeah, that was very impressive.
So between you two, the only item that you missed that JD has is, well, for one, JD duped the bottles at the dam. Just sat there and duped up the 4 bottles just right out the gate.
I was sitting there. I knew I had a blue, which wasn't. You need a red or a green to dupe that.
Yeah,
considered it as I was walking
JD
around.
paused for a moment, then just chugged the blue, ran up the potion shop to
I like
buy a
it.
green, and comes back.
Absolutely
Just goes on a
love it.
dupe spree.
Yeah, which we thought may have been an advantage, but then you got the stock pushing kit, and we're like, well, that bottle advantage probably doesn't mean very much anymore.
A bottle would have put me in go mode a lot sooner. I was at a spot where I was one of 8 items from go mode for quite a long time there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we were discussing with chat which items would have put you in go mode. Like Kane, obviously, and
either the boomerang.
yeah, the boomerang
Pearl,
for the
Samaria.
extended stuck pushes. Which oh man, the one you used in Eastern. Hopefully you
That's
can.
a fun one.
Yeah, hopefully you can share some guidance on how to do that one, because that's a lot faster than the methods Brett and I were familiar with.
Yeah, so that the only tricky thing about that one is terminators. If you just kind of activate it normally, you'll just get stopped because the game sees that you're next to the hook shot and just stops you. So you see me doing a select buffer to move 1 pixel there. That's all you need to do really to fix it. Otherwise, it's quite a normal stuck push. Although, again, a bit fast because you're doing everything with the same bombs.
Yeah. So what was your... Let's see. If you had found another bottle instead of the boomerang, what would the remainder of the seed have looked like for you?
I would have fake fluted to TR, but I'd have double YBA'd Trinex as opposed to hook push.
And then for Eastern, just like YBA from Thieves?
Eastern, I'd have gone through from Thieves, yeah.
Okay.
I was hoping... Bottles were pretty low on my list, because
yeah, not
a lot of things make Thieves nicer, but...
Yeah, not the favorite method of finishing.
Boomerang is definitely the best.
Yeah, it was definitely a situation with all the dupe bottles for JDS. It was like okay, this is a theoretical go mode by like 30 minutes in, an extremely unpleasant go mode, mind you. But absolutely possible.
Yeah, when you have 4 bottles, you can get into go mode pretty quickly. You just never want to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You don't want to go through bosses at like fighter or master sword with like 5 hearts and green mail, and anytime you fail something is like a massive time loss because of it. Yeah,
and JDS also showing us one of the problems with finishing a seed that way. YBAs cost money, and finishing a seed with choosing, okay, I'm going to finish out this seed with 27 different YBAs. It's like, well, each of those costs at least 60 rupees. Gotta have a plan for for coming up with all that cash. Krithel, was Ganon's Tower and stuck pushing both sides of Ganon's Tower, was that ever on your mind, or is there always...
Yeah, by the point I had like decent stuck pushing equipment, I knew I just wanted to chase crystals until I got go mode. I ended up going to Maya, which got me my go mode, which was a pendant. I did the special trip to the Dark World to check, but at that point I'd filled my bottles with stuff that didn't let me do ice. So I figured I might as well go to Maya. It's pretty dense. I just won't do the boss. And first thing we found got us there.
Yeah, I guess I was a little surprised to see the overworld conveyor to Mire instead of GT.
I think I'm just more comfortable with that. I'm normally when I'm doing GT, I'm normally doing it from Hookshot Cave. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, yeah, if you wanted to... Because you didn't have any GT keys, so if you wanted to do GT, it would have also been like another fake flute and head over to Hookshot Cave. Yeah, that would have been time-consuming.
Yeah, but mostly at that point, I was very dedicated to doing crystals and just kind of audibled into Maya, even because I was going to Maya thinking it might be a crystal, and I didn't really have the time to replan after. Or I was too busy focusing on what did I need to finish off what I still had.
Yeah, JDS. Unfortunately, they were in Mire already. This is right now on the restream. This is their second YBA from Eastern to Mire. But the first time they took the gamble of let's see if the Mire pendant is Eastern, then I can just the Mire pendant is Ether, not Eastern. Then I could just open it up and be good. But it wasn't, so they weren't able to open anything in Mire, and so they weren't able to get that boomerang.
Yeah, it's a very, very decent gamble to make. You just sometimes hope, because even if it fails, you still get Mire sheds. So.
Yeah.
Oftentimes it's just kind of an opportunistic. If I'm good, I get to do Maya. If not, that's fine. I'll do Maya shed and move on from there.
Yeah.
It's like if you're running in Eastern for checks, you may as well go to Mire afterwards. Eastern is just its own little bubble that's really awkward to deal with.
I can't remember. Did we? I guess we didn't see these checks in Mire from you because you just went straight to cutscene chest and got your gun mode there.
One and done.
Well,
yeah.
That's all we need.
Just finally a comfortable go mode. You just don't have to do anything stupid.
Yeah.
I was considering trying to find something to make getting to Lava Dive easier, but
yeah, I mean,
ends up bailing.
Yeah, because the only thing you really missed was the mirror that was in the Thieves' Attic. Because JD YBA to the top of Thieves from Desert to just clear that up real quick and hold mirror. It's like, oh cool, just mirror back to Desert and keep going.
Yeah, I'm used to seeing sorry, I was thinking about what I'm seeing on JDS's stream right now. JDS is in the Fishbone room, and presumably is setting up a stuck push to
let's get to
bypass the cane requirement, or getting to Vidi.
Because JDS still doesn't know that Mire's a pendant. That's why JDS is going through all this.
Yeah, but JDS is showing us the basic. I think that's the most basic stuck push setup and execution. That Krithel showed us the kind of faster, more advanced variant. But learning that stuck push that JDS just showed us is. I would say, pretty important. Why is JDS? Oh, because JDS is in Eastern State and doesn't have the big key, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is all purely just to kill Vidi.
Yeah, so we know JDS is about to be a little disappointed by.
Yeah, just be a little careful there.
Yeah, would have been more.
Died of Vidi during all this.
Yeah, they would have certainly been more disappointed by a death. But use that blue cane to good effect.
Actually, at this point, this wouldn't even tell you that Vidi is a.
Oh yeah.
You're just gonna get the Armos Knight's crystal.
Oh no, yeah, that don't even get the information. So this'll spit them out at Mire, but they can't just walk back in. Yeah.
I don't know where the Mire map was, or the other maps that would just confirm it by association.
Let me see on their stream which. Okay, they have it down to they know TR is a crystal. They already beat TR.
Yeah. JDS did the double YBA to TR earlier.
Oh, right. Yeah, that was a well executed double YBA.
Surprisingly, that was like one of the earlier dungeons. That's surprisingly one of the earlier dungeons JDS did. I don't think you said the double YBA for last, but you know.
Yeah.
Get out of the way early, I suppose.
Yeah, well, I guess triple YBA if you include the fake flute to get there in link state. So.
Yeah. JDS has all the bottles, not so much the money to do everything. It has all the bottles to do all of this.
Yeah. It's interesting that JDS did the stuck push straight to Vidi without the Meyer medallion information, without clearing out more of the Meyer chests first.
Well, at this point, it also gives JDS the Eastern information if they didn't have it yet.
That's true.
At this point, I think JDS might just be trying to figure out which one's a crystal, which one's pendant. Yeah, JDS could clear everything at this point.
So it looks like JDS is trying to set up a mirror wrap to access the Stumpy item as a bunny. So while we're watching this this glitch, Krithel, since you're still here, I'm curious if you have any more thoughts on this seed. It seemed like you were having a lot of fun on this seed.
It was definitely one of the funner ones. Yeah. Once we got stuck pushing anyway. I spent a whole lot of time trying to work out how to do Kakariko, and didn't in the end, so just gave up and did it like Thieves first, which I never planned to finish Pendant Thieves. So.
Yeah, I mean, understandable.
Figuring.
I was wondering if you were slightly tempted just because she got the big key right there.
Just
in the middle of Thieves, go, I could just do the back right now. Just get it over with.
Yeah. It was nice how you were able to, with your first fake flute, open up Thieves and then do a bunch of Dark World Overworld stuff with that link state. And then afterwards, you didn't even need to fake flute. You just did the Citrus DMD and then walked through the open front door and did your Dungeon Bunny Revival and checking the first 4 and then build your Vowcasts and then use the mirror to get back to Real Dark World and then another DBR for Skull Woods. Like that was a nice clean route.
I didn't get to do the mirror stuff because that'll have been JD.
Oh, you didn't have the mirror, but you... Okay,
but so... I did get to... Yeah, I didn't have to do another fake flute, which was nice. So I cleared Skull first and then went to Thieves as kind of a... I don't really have anything else to do at this point.
That's right. The opposite. Opposite order. Or wait, how did you link up Skull to Thieves?
I did save and quit. The best.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So just two Citrus DMDs then?
Yeah, just did 2 DMDs.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's a bunch of items you can get basically for free without.
Yeah.
At that point, I was so close to go mode. There was a potential I could skip Kakariko if I found anything reasonably good. Well, I needed Ice Rod as well, which is a bit ambitious, but yeah, at that point, I had my eye on go mode and. If I could have skipped CAC, I certainly would have, but in the end, had to go in, dip my head in and see what was going on.
Too much density. This is interesting. I forgot that the Stumpy item would give you Super Bunny that you could carry over to a link state here. Nice and convenient, although it did take a few attempts at getting that mirror wrap.
Yeah, I think it's kind of rare enough that you don't. Like it's not something it's not like a setup you have burned into your mind or anything.
Here's some pendant crystal information for JDS.
Just,
Unfortunately, still doesn't know swamp, ice, or no, wait, they just.
they know
Okay,
ice.
yeah. They don't have it marked in their tracker, but yeah, they literally just looked at ice and swamp as
So they'd
both
have
crystals, which
to, so
means
they
they're.
just have to know that just by process of elimination.
Yeah, they don't have it marked in the tracker, but they're probably certain at this point that Myers a pendant, which I imagine comes as quite a relief.
Well, also you also just spend all that time getting to Vidi.
Yeah. That's true, yeah, that must be a little frustrating.
You made the call to go to Vidi and get that done, and now this is probably swamp, I would guess.
Let's see, with the small key,
Yeah, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to do anything funny. You can just go in. Basically, the HMG Swamp Palace.
yeah, pretty much.
Just doing the first trip to flood the dam, I'm assuming.
Ooh, I like the Hera music for this MSU. It's a pretty good track. Oh, JDS showing us the bomb clip method instead of the slightly more common nowadays citrus clip method for getting into swamp, getting on a down teleport pixel.
And with all the one frames JDS was doing earlier, I'm kind of surprised they didn't end up just doing that to begin with. Hey, you know, this kind of reminds me, Krithel, when you were in swamp and you did the stuck push to get to the lever. What was what was that all about?
That's fun. Yeah, I only really, I kind of, I was trying to work out how I was actually going to deal with it. Obviously, I knew early on I wanted to do swamp out of the pod, but couldn't quite work out how to string it together. And by the time I got to pod, I figured, let's give it a go. Yeah, improvised hook pushes are fun. That was obviously tough because there were terminators both ways. And sadly, I couldn't get the push the second way, but happy to at least get one of them.
Yeah, because you can actually do that. You can actually do the push from below the water lever room against that statue next to the door, and you can just. And since you set up a not too long of a range, like a pretty short range stuck push, you could just slide through that railing on the other side.
Yeah.
Alright, JDS did a save and quit there instead of mirroring. Wonder if that was a little muscle memory.
I don't think JDS has the dam. Did JDS have the dam flooded?
Doesn't really matter because they have the mirror.
Well, then they'd be.
Oh, they don't have the moon
state.
pearl. Yeah, they don't have the moon pearl. Okay, so
yeah, they'd have to flood the dam and save quit back up there anyway.
Yeah. Yep.
This was just opening up all the doors because they don't have that swamp small.
Yep, that makes sense.
Just HMG swamp stuff.
Boy, a 108 collection rate. That is very low.
108. I wonder what the lowest CR is going to be in the tournament. That should be kept track of. What the lowest CR finish is.
Double rods can lead to some pretty low collection rates.
No kidding.
I think you can absolutely get a super low one on the seed. I'm just curious, how low can it go?
It's a pretty common. I think in every race I've been in and most of the races I've watched, runners will achieve theoretical go mode that chat and comms will call out. They'll like, oh, technically could this runner could have go mode at this point if they decided to do these 64 YBAs in front of us. This long path.
Clearly, we
And,
need a
you know-
speed where the first like 6 checks are bow, Samaria, the both rods, a lamp, and a hook shot, and like a bottle thrown in for good measure. Just the
Yep.
first checks, all those items. See what
Yeah.
happens. And 2 swords, yeah, that too.
Change the game to Link to the Fast. All right, JDS giving us a Ice Palace clear. So I'll be curious to hear from JDS what they considered to be their go mode item. If it ends up being kind of a similar set to the items that Krithel was waiting for, although clearly not a third bottle, because JDS got 4 of them very early on. But with the dungeons JDS has left,
No, JDS absolutely isn't go mode.
yeah, there aren't really
Like the hardest one, TR is out of the way, and you've already confirmed Myers done. So
yeah, you've already done TR.
Eastern is either just the stuck push through the big key door with. Well, no, they can't do the stuck push, so they just have to YBA from thieves into.
Yeah.
YBA thieves in the Eastern, open up the front door, leave.
Yeah,
Ice
and
Palace,
then-
they're just doing right now, and Swamp Palace, they just do pretty normally. You could get fancy with Swamp if you wanted, I guess, but I don't see much of a point doing going from desert to swamp just to kill Argus and then immediately duping it. I don't see why you'd want to do that, but I mean, you could.
could just do HMG Swamp. Oh, that's a slightly different pixel for the Ice Palace bomb jump than I'm used to seeing.
Yeah, I remember being told on the Ice Palace bomb jump, at least this is when I was getting mentored by Vortex, which was basically a couple weeks ago at this point. Because yes, I went from I'm in mentor tourney. I don't know what I'm doing in this game to just jumping into the logic, because why not?
None of us know what we're doing in no logic. It's fine.
Yeah,
Exactly. Matt
we're having fun. That's what we're doing.
But yeah, no, there's actually quite a few places that work, especially with how you walk in through the door. I believe just holding left as you walk in versus like going up left to nudge into the corner.
Oh, there's the Meyer medallion in freezer room.
Yeah, if Myers in the cards, though, would have made that significantly easier.
Oh no, GDS doesn't have the Ice Palace big key. I was wondering why they were skipping that chest. Like, how would Meyer medallion be their go mode when it's a pendant? But no, they're still doing the remaining checks in ice.
Okay, so at this point, JDS must not be confident in the go mode then if they're still doing check.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about which part they either aren't confident in or don't know. My guess is it's the West YBA from Thieves to Eastern, because like West YBAs are, you have to know exactly how much to back out, and
I know JDS knows how to do the West YBAs. That should be a problem. I mean, JDS even taught me the other day how to do the from Meyer to Aga Tower to Vidi.
oh, and that's exactly
They clearly know. Yeah.
Huh. So I wonder if it's just HMG Swamp that they're not familiar with. I know that's not the only instance that we've seen in this tourney of a runner, familiar with a whole bunch of no logic tech, but specifically HMG Swamp routing and the the whole flood the dam and then save and quit in the dam state, remaining flooded through the save and quit like that. I forget who it was. Was that Doomtap? There was someone who postponed their go mode for a while because they didn't know about that. Alright, JDS setting up the spin YBA. Stare. It's like they got it.
And Tam Slam.
Hey, the Tam Slam. Ooh, getting the Fire Rod dupes. Oh, they need them. Oh, well, they don't need them. They have Bombos, but faster.
Yeah, and that or maybe it's easy to forget that you literally just picked up Bombos like a minute ago. When you're coming in here with the plan to kill Cold Stare.
That too, yeah. Alright, JDS getting their 5th crystal.
Oh yeah, that's where the other boomerang was. Just on it's on Cold Stare.
Wait. Oh, so Krithel, yeah, you got that too.
Krithel, yeah.
Yep.
I just didn't quite notice because Krithel was in full go mode, rush and everything.
Right.
So
That's right.
not paying quite as much attention on specific items.
So I wonder if JDS will consider that. I wonder if JDS will alter their plan for the remainder of the seed based on.
They're spending all their money on refill ferry for.
Oh yeah. So clearly the plan that is the signal of the plan shifting from YBA spam to hook push spam. we have changed to the next and final phase of the no logic race. Suddenly you put down the bottles and pick up the bow.
Now we're off to Armos Knights, and then Swamp will just be dealt with in a pretty normal way. And whatever JDS's flavor of getting Agatu is.
Yep. So I'll be curious to see if JDS shows us the, I guess, more traditional boomerang stuck push to the up left boomerang in the big chest room, or if JDS also knows the one that Krithel showed us earlier.
I don't know.
We're about to find out once they get on this down teleport.
Yep, this is the traditional one.
Yep. So instead of stopping in the first room and hook pushing left to Armos Knights, which I guess another advantage of that one is it bypasses the bow, although I guess you need the bow to do it, so...
You need the bow to do the stuck push anyway.
Yeah,
so.
Doesn't matter so much. But here, this will be... Oh, Tam confirming in chat. Don't actually need the bow for that one, huh? So this will be the same technique that we saw from Krithel earlier, or at least the first steps will be the same. We'll see if the final activation is similar. No, they chose...
Getting rid of sword beams.
Oh.
Sword beams sometimes make stuck pushes weird, I've noticed. Sometimes they don't... It's something to do, you know, obviously the install that sword beams take and
very easy
how...
to accidentally miss-slot your bombs when you've got sword beams.
Yeah, it is...
Miss-slot hook.
Yeah, I've definitely gotten mislotted hooks off of sword beams before. It's a lot easier just to get rid of them.
Get it. I think they forgot to reset the index.
Yeah, this lobby one is a slight bit finicky, I've noticed.
Yeah, they're getting on a very specific pixel.
I don't know why JDS wants to be as far right as they do. I don't think because you don't need to. I've done it up against the little statue there before, and I've done it just fine myself. You definitely don't need to be that far over.
There it is.
Oh no. Please work. Okay. Well, you already threw the boomerang, so you don't need to throw it again.
Don't you need arrows for this activation?
No. At least the way I've done this is just bomb, throw rain, and then you can either boot dust hook or lamp hook.
Huh.
And also because it's the red rain, you got to be a little bit more careful. Stuck pushing with a red rain is a bit of a pain sometimes. But that you can't really do it quick. You'd rather just I find it easier just throw the red rain, just let it come all the way back to you, and then do the hook. Otherwise, I've just had because the sparkles and.
So you throw the boomerang, you wait for it to come back, and then bomb hook.
Well, I think at that point it's bomb. You can do bomb lamp, and hook. It should work.
Oh, okay. The usual activation.
It's just yeah. You can do it. You can do it the normal way. It's absolutely possible. It's basically doing the Trinex hook push. Same thing. Again, the door reopens because we've technically picked up the crystal already.
Oh, that's right. This is for the crystal bosses requirement of this tournament, where in addition to picking up the 7 crystals, which GDS already got the Eastern Crystal by entering Eastern Palace and clipping into Mire, and then YBAing into Mire, and then killing Vidi from there. We also add the requirement that any boss that drops a crystal must also be killed before you can go and fight Ganon. So that's why JDS just went through all that.
And the main reasoning behind that is just the whole fact that all roads lead to Hera somehow in some way, and then the game becomes how many dungeons can we dupe in Hera as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Usually duping the dungeons in another dungeon is that's pretty trivial most of the time. Yeah, it's really just like Mire. Really, is the only hard one.
Yeah, it certainly makes the format a lot more challenging and a lot more interesting to run and to watch by adding the crystal bosses requirement. Man, without the crystal bosses requirement, we would get some extremely early go modes.
You would see sub-hour seeds a lot more often, I think.
Yeah, we joke around that runners get 2 swords, 2 bottles, and a fire source, and like that's go mode. If without the crystal bosses requirement, that wouldn't actually be very preposterous. All right, JDS has done a save and quit after flooding the dam, and didn't do an overworld transition since then, which preserves the dam's flooded state. Now he's going to flood the Water Levers 1, and then mirror out because they do not have the hammer. I'm just going to clip back up and do the 3rd bomb clip with seed.
We're back to swamp. The Hera to swamp yet again.
Yep, but I believe this will be the last trip into swamp. Because after this clip, the front is flooded, the Water Levers 1 is flooded, so they can just walk out, and all the doors are unlocked, so they can just walk out the front door, and because they entered from Hera, they're in fake Dark World state, so they won't turn back into a bunny after walking out of the front door. They'll be able to walk back in and clear swamp normally. And that's their last crystal.
After that, just getting to Agatu and whatever flavor you feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fox, since I wasn't exactly sure what the specific mumbo jumbo behind the scenes is, I just know Red Rain make thing go weird. Just throw Red Rain, let it come back, it work. That's about my thought process on it, and it works, so I go with it.
But I feel like this is a running theme. Well, at least for the times I've done comms in this tourney so far, it's we have people in chat who know everything that's going on, and then we're just here on comms to keep things entertaining and give some details, but still a lot that we have to learn. Hopefully we can get JDS's stream back shortly. It didn't run into some didn't run out of SpeedGaming time. Although this is the 2-hour mark of the race, so as JDS does their third and final bomb clip into swamp to finish that up, we should that's right, there are commands in chat for this. It's there. Yeah, you can go ahead and follow any or all of the Twitch links to both of our runners and people involved in bringing you this evening's show. And JDS walks out the front door into the fake Dark World, thus remaining as normal Celeste instead of Opera Celeste. And now, after that whole ordeal, which is a common sight in the HMG glitch format, but slightly less common in No Logic, that is the full hammerless, small keyless swamp setup.
Honestly, it's kind of the norm in HMG, I feel. It's kind of expected to be something like that.
Yep. We don't need hammer for much. Which is always a little funny about No Logic, especially how the hammer is like really just a nice to have item.
The main reason to like hammer is it lets you easy access the left side GT. That's really it.
Yeah,
like everything else can be bypassed without too much issue. It's left side GT is a pain.
We've seen a lot of interesting go mode situations in the tourney so far, with the Krithel's boomerang go mode as another great example of that. And I guess in retrospect, JDS also treated that boomerang as go mode as well, choosing to immediately stuck push Eastern instead of going at it the YBA method. But yeah, we've seen a lot of interesting go mode items in this tourney so far. I wonder if we've seen a hammer go mode yet.
Krithel says in chat that hammer could have been my go mode. Hey, Krithel, can you
Oh.
explain what hammer would have done for your go mode? I'm curious.
Yeah, if you're still in call.
Hammer would let me open up the portal. I'm not familiar with railroad conveyor and then climbing across the mountain. I know there's a way of doing it. I've just never done it before. But I can overworld conveyor and then go into laser bridge if that portal opens right side of the road.
Oh.
Or a glove would have also given me gamma.
Oh, wow.
There were like 10 items.
Oh my gosh. So you set up overworld conveyor in the light world, and then while you're still in that state, you go through the portal.
Yeah, and then that lets you drag Bunny into the TR back.
Yeah,
which in turn, because you're in conveyor state still, it gets you out of the wall, so you can Dungeon Bunny revive. Which someone has done that in the tournament. I've seen it.
Oh, nice. All right, that is JDS's 7th and final Crystal and Crystal boss. So now all they have to do is choose a method for getting to Aga 2 and completing the seed.
So this point is going to be buy a blue potion or 2 in order to fake flute. And climb back up the mountain and probably YB a lava dive. Probably.
Alright, save and quit to Sank. Looks like probably a misclick. Yeah, there's the...
Yeah. Definitely a slight oops.
Oh, a last minute check for maybe there's a moon pearl on either tablet. And we can all have a laugh.
At this point, I'm assuming Moonpearl might just be in GT.
Yeah, GT.
It's really like GT and Pyramid Fairy are like the 2 spots that didn't get ransacked.
Yeah.
All this scene. Well, and Catfish. You really can't run Catfish without Moonpearl. I mean, you can, but why would you?
Just has to get on the right pixel. There's the fake flute.
Yeah, I think JD's at like, very close enough for the game to display full health, and really they aren't to get that fake flute working.
Ah, such a good MSC pack. Hey, JDS. Using the same clip Krithel showed us earlier, for getting the bomb clip. Although they're gonna have to be careful because they have 7 crystals. Oh yeah, not quite. Actually, I'm curious. Is it possible to go low enough to not activate that cutscene when going across this path? I feel like I always get it.
I don't know. I've never really had to.
Probably still saves a little time. Alright, time to see which method JDS chooses for getting to Aga 2.
Just YBA.
Yep, South YBA setting up. Same method that Krithel showed us. JDS presumably has learned exactly how much of Celeste's hair needs to be visible for South YBAs to work. It's one of the things that you learn no matter what sprite you're using.
Yeah, you gotta figure out what part of your sprite works for YBAs.
Yep. Yeah, in lower glitch formats, as long as a sprite has the shadow, the bottom edge of the shadow clearly visible, then you can kind of use any sprite for pretty much any legal over glitch or hybrid major glitch. But once you get into no logic and suddenly you need setups like this one where you're trying to get on a pixel where your shadow is completely obscured, that's when you start needing to learn sprite-specific setups like that.
You can make almost any sprite work. There's some sprites that are like really small.
I don't think my sprite shuffler will ever be very popular in no logic.
I know there's like the sprite that's just like the fish. The flopping fish. That one's like really tiny, and there's no way you could do a South YBA on that one. I can imagine.
Oh yeah. Obscure life form signature fish sprite. All right, JDS been doing the lava dive YBA into the Rainbow Aga 2 fight, finishing that off, and heading into the Ganon fight. Whoa, I don't think I've heard the Ganon music of this MSU pack before. Very epic sounding. And with silvers and red mail, shouldn't have too much trouble. Did take a hit, so on 3.5 hearts, but still within comfort level.
That was just a regular old Ganon fight.
Yep. What? What is going on? JDS. JDS, I have a race in 11 hours.
You just going for silverless out of spite, Ganon?
You know what? Fair enough. They fought the They fought through the remainder of the seed with a valiant effort, so we can afford them a couple extra minutes for a silverless victory lap.
Yeah, wouldn't that be
There we
a
go.
funny option at the end of the seed to just click on? We just like to take a victory lap. You just have all your same equipment and it just restarts the seed immediately. Just run around and do that.
Yep. There we go. JDS crossing the finish line with a finish time of 2 hours, 14 minutes, and 15 seconds. GG to JDS for finishing that out with taking the slightly more scenic route. We'll, of course, welcome them to an interview if they're interested. Oh, GDS is confirming in chat that they weren't aware of the west YBA from Thieves to Eastern. That would have allowed them to complete that before getting that boomerang.
That would make sense.
Yep. That routing definitely makes sense considering that situation. It's just interesting how one of the things about this format about no logic and no logic racing is you could see like the knowledge of one glitch and how your routing can, one runner knowing a glitch that the other runner doesn't know can influence, can lead to a very significant difference in routing, and as we saw in this race, a very significant difference in clear time.
I'm curious what JD's clear rate's gonna be.
Yeah. All right, good. Looks like GDS will be joining us for an interview. Let's see. Open up Discord again. Thanks for hanging out with us for the remainder of this, Krithel.
No
Although
worries.
I guess it's not the middle of the night for you, like.
No, I got to wake up during the seed, and now I'm up and happy.
Yeah, ready to run another.
It's right here. It's 2:20. 2:20.
2:20 a.m.
Yes, it is 2:20 a.m. over here.
Yep.
Thank you both for jumping on the late night comms.
I mean,
Yeah,
at least West Coast, so on the U.S., so it's not as bad. Just East Coast, it'll be 5 a.m. and I'm not doing that. That's not happening at this time.
Yeah, I would have been awake this late anyway. Oh, then we have JDS in the setup room. I wonder if I have the power to move them up. And we are joined in the booth by JDS, who gave us a slightly more scenic route through the remainder of the seed. GG JDS, and welcome.
GG.
JDS, you are live on air if you can hear us. There you are.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we
Yep.
can hear you.
Oh, thanks for the GG.
Yeah, so curious for your thoughts on the seed. What was your go mode? What items were you looking for? Like which items would have been your go mode if you hadn't found presumably the boomerang that was your go mode?
Yeah, I hate doing any no logic seed without Samaria, even though I have done several of them, because I don't know how to deal with Eastern Palace without either Samaria or like one of the hook push setups that I know. Like I even know the way to get from TR to Armos, so like skipping the bow would have been no problem, but the bow is usually always found. But like without Samaria or the Eastern Big Key, I really don't know how to deal with Eastern. So yeah, that boomerang definitely was what I needed, but I was still looking for like the Moon Pearl or like Samaria to try to like speed the end game up a little bit. But no luck.
Yeah, Eastern is a bit of a tougher one to crack because if you have a bow, then the easiest method is from Thieves to Eastern, left YBA, which is in the what room do you call that? To the right of the conveyor room. At
Oh
the top.
yeah. Yeah, you're right. I've done that before now that you mention it. I could have done the Cave State, Thieves Town. I just wasn't thinking about it. I don't know, I just get really nervous because I'm not used to doing these races, and those two like bunny soft locks like really like tilted me, like because I knew not to do those things that I did, but I did them anyway, and I feel like that was really a setback. Not that it would have affected the outcome of the race, because Krithel was obviously a really amazing runner, but I was just annoyed, like, because like I know not to do that stuff, and yeah, I guess it just happens. You forget what you're doing.
Yeah, I imagine it was probably a bit frustrating starting out the seed with the difficulty. Actually, both of you locked once getting to, or failed at least one attempt getting to the hook shot.
Oh yeah, I'm so bad at that. I hate that. Is my least favorite item placement in the entire game, because it makes you like pick between that and Zora if you don't have flippers. And I know nobody usually goes to Zora, but I like wanted to do it just in case. And yeah, I struggled with the clip, even though I got it on our last race. And yeah, I don't know. Did Krithel dupe the bottle or just get the one out of? I assume it was Meyershed with the green 20.
I finished on 2 bottles. No duping over here.
I think the Meyershed Green 20 was just boots. I think.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, where was the other bottle then? I don't think I found. Oh yeah, those two. Never mind. I had the one from before to dupe the other one.
Yeah.
So I guess.
The Hera basement blue potion. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I think Krithel never really had a convenient path to get to Meyershed.
No,
Because that would have that
Yeah, I
was
guess
pretty isolated without the Moon Pearl.
Yeah.
I might be able to do it if I'd ever come out of Maya, but I got my go mode in Maya, so.
You know, that makes sense.
Yeah, the other Boomerang was in Meyer in the cutscene chest. And Boomerang ended
Oh,
up being Krithel's go mode just from a different Boomerang.
Yeah, he got the one that's easier to use, at least in my opinion. But I wanted to do more Meyer checks, but I didn't have keys to do that, though. I had to use the key to get to. I guess I could have. No, either way, I had to use the key. Like, no matter which door, there's 2 like north doors that you have to do to get to the fishbone room. So, like, it's locked on both sides. So I didn't have any keys.
Yeah. It was slightly awkward to get over. But I mean, Krithel ended up getting up there from a world conveyor, because that ends up dropping you off at the cutscene chest item.
And I
And
knew it was a
Krithel
pendant,
was-
so I I
Yeah.
knew I wasn't going to the boss anyway, so I had it pretty easy there.
So did you not know that
Oh, I did the boss.
Meyer was a pendant for a while?
I did not have very many maps at all. I wanted to kill Vidi to scout the Eastern prize, because I was actually hoping Eastern was the pendant. Well, actually, those are both bad ones to have as crystals, but at least it was information. I did not have the Meyer map, to my knowledge. I checked my menu, like, several times throughout the run to see which maps I had, and I eventually figured out that, what I thought I needed to do, but at the time, I definitely didn't know if Meyer was a crystal or not.
I think that might have been in Swamp. Can't fully remember, but...
Yeah, it might have been Swamp, because I know Krithel did Swamp much earlier. One of the earlier dungeons.
Yeah, flippers and hook
Because
shot, it makes sense.
Yeah. Flippers and hook shot makes it easy to route in. Or, well, not so much route, but you'd say you may as well do it and grab the checks along the way.
All right, well, we should talk about upcoming matches. JDS Krithel, any thoughts on when your second match will be?
This was it.
Oh, this was the second match.
Oh, this was my mistake. Okay, so in that case, Krithel, I guess you will progress on to round 3 to face Coxla, who just won their round 2 match, I think, like right as this race was starting. Any thoughts on that going forward?
Well, yeah, I've just found out the results of that match, so it'll be good.
Oh, sorry
It'll
for
be a lot easier. It's fine. It's fine.
Spoilers, maybe.
That's a European match, so it'll be easier to schedule. Should be a fun
Oh
one.
yeah. And I guess Coxla took out Visa Cut, who I know is notorious for his hook pushing knowledge. So maybe you'll have a hook pushing advantage in that matchup. I'm not sure how comfortable Coxla is with the more advanced hook pushes. So that'll be interesting to see. And then JDS, looks like you go on to face Purdyguang in the Losers Round 1 bracket. So that'll be an exciting matchup as well.
Another legend.
Yeah.
Another really experienced person.
Very exciting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just happy to be a part of it. Like, I know that I'm not as good as probably anyone else in this tournament, but I have fun playing the game, and yeah, I'm just glad to be here.
Oh my goodness! Your little corner of losers bracket has you and Purdyguang go first, and then the other two you're paired with are Visa Cut and Tam. That certainly is a set of 4 names for the very start of losers bracket. My goodness. Well, hopefully you all have fun with those matches going forward. And in terms of upcoming restreams, the only one we have on the schedule right now is my match, starting 10.5 hours from now at 4 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, I think any last comments from JDS or Krithel before we wrap up?
Thanks for putting on the restream. Good luck in your match.
Yeah,
I'd like to say a couple things. GG again to you, Krithel. Congratulations. It's just an honor to race you, and I didn't expect to win, but you're just like one of the top like glitch runners. It's really cool that I got to do that, and thanks for everyone for being here and like being patient and with continuing to calm and track and all that while I just finished, because I just don't see the point in forfeiting, because I want to like just try to play the game and learn. So like, thanks everyone for being here. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, yeah. GG, it's been a really fun match.
Yeah, thanks JDS for finishing it out and giving us a good show. You know, we're all here to have fun playing this fun format we all enjoy and race each other, and us in the audience and commentator booth. We're here to we enjoy watching this stuff. So it was good to see you having fun with this seed.
All right, cool. I guess that's it for me. I don't have anything else to say. I'm looking forward to watching the other matches in this tournament, so I'll see you guys there.
All right. Yeah. So thanks again to JDS and Krithel for running. Everyone's Twitches are linked in the Twitch chat. You give people a follow if you want. And thanks again to Tam for tracking, and thanks to my co-commentator Breadcoon for stepping in at the last minute and keeping me company for this what has been a late night match for the both of us, but a lot of fun. All right. Thanks, everyone. See you all next time. Bye.
Bye.